All right, up next we've got Jared. I think his last name's Giglio. Giglio, I think. We'll see. Are you really a texture artist if your materials are presented on a primitive shape? I mean, if you can make that primitive shape look pretty dope, you're going to be having a job pretty soon, I think. I always like to see the materials in use though. I would love to see a texture artist partnered with a environment artist, and that's how the texture artist is getting his materials into his portfolio. All right, Jared, let's do this. So Jared is a generalist. He's gone through the through this before. We've looked at this stuff. We've looked at this this shotgun, triple barrel baby. Pretty cool. Oh man, I clicked it. Oh man, it's loading. Follow along. Paint with colors, paint with numbers. Paint, paint, paint. Yeah. If you had this in SketchUp, I don't know if you can do it in Marmoset. Can you animate in Marmoset? Oh, I think you can. I would love to see the gun open up. And the shells go in and then shuts up again. So sick. But we've looked at that before, and this is some of your older stuff. I want to look at some of the more recent things you've been doing. So this is 10 months ago. This is pretty solid. I think the darker values in here are a little odd. It feels like there's not an ambient. Like, see, it looks better here. I'm not sure why. And here as well. It's like you didn't have an ambient. Yeah, I really like Sketchfab. Captain. My captain. I'll answer your question in a moment. So in general, this looks pretty good. Up close, it starts to break down along this edge here. But I don't know if you're intended to see it this close. I would argue that you probably just don't. What is going on here? We're going low fight. So I'd argue that you don't need to get any closer than this in your screens. This area really needs a detail normal, which depending on what you're rendering this in, this might be Substance Painter's viewport. Maybe it's just Maya rendered. A detail normal depicting what this material is. You know, you get that detail of like a leather. And yeah. The chain feels a little thin as well here. For the scale of everything else, feels like it could just be thicker. Like it'd feel nice if it had a similar weight to this area here. Let's keep going here. So this is pretty cool. First production release trailer, working with Goldtooth Creative. You're responsible for texturing and modeling the cityscape at the start. The three girls. Afterward, the guy with the mace and shield, as well as the lizard and his hoverboard. All right, we gotta see this. So cityscape. All right. Man, this is pretty cool. The way these are rendered is really interesting. Yeah, this is awesome. Whoa, buddy, calm down. Looks like someone had too much coffee. Oh, I wanted to see the... Yeah, that stuff's pretty cool. Is there any, you got some good breakdowns of this? This stuff's solid. Solid. More Magic the Gathering stuff. I mean, dude, I gotta be honest, this stuff looks really good. Allegiance trailer. So I want to see your, like, is this just you? This design is pretty sick. It may be a little on the busy side, but I guess runes tend to be like that. Maybe if the inner runes weren't colored as much, or if they were more like pushed back in the value or in the saturation, that would help a bit. I mean, it looks like that's kind of happening. Overall, though, the design's pretty sick. I like the way the boar head was put together. This, man, this makes me think about the days of working on Shadow of Mordor. This is sick, man. It's got the crunchiness that you're expecting from how the game looks. Like the way the metal is and stuff is really like overdone and crazy, and you've totally nailed that. I say nailed that. The nails in the skull could use a little bit of contact love where they're hitting the skull. Like the skull doesn't really feel like it's blended into the character very much. Pretty cool though. This leather, I don't know what you would call this. The longer part of his pants. I don't know. Is that a jacket? It's under jacket thing, under the belt thing. Maybe it could be thicker. But overall, the guy looks pretty sick. Let me see his skin looks pretty good. I think if there was a little bit more breakup as to where like maybe it's not the roughness. I was going to say roughness breakup, some stuff around his mouth with just how the roughness is kind of changing. And maybe in the ear and stuff. I think he just needs subsurface properties. I think he's missing that. So he's coming off as very like hard, like a hard material. Overall though, man, your stuff's pretty sick. I like the direction you're taking things, and like this one, I can tell the scratches here are very like generated feeling, or like they're just a little overdone. Think directionally like how these scratches would occur. And then when arrows hit wood, they penetrate right there, and maybe you get some paint chipping away, but that's about it. It's the other side that you're going to see most of the work. This one's a classic. We've looked at this one before. It's pretty cool. Tons of detail, which I guess normally I would say that's too much, but this kind of fits the Conquistador. I can never say that word. But yeah, it fits that look and feel. So, I mean, now it's okay, right? Yeah. I think just keep doing what you're doing. It looks like you're starting to have some fun working with magic stuff. And it's cool to be able to do your fan art and eat it too. Does that work? I would say just keep going. It looks like you're having fun. Yeah. And you have some more character stuff, but I will leave that to the people in chat to check out. Keep doing you, and I'll see you again. As for chat, I will be right back. You can enjoy the music. Sorry, YouTube, you can't hear it because legal reasons. All right, be right back.